Hello there, my flock. The Badraven here, and this is our part 2 in our series of my retirement series. Before I retire, I'm going to do the second part, which would be the September 2019 part. We've already got through August, the last August. This is the last September, and I'm making this vlog before my retirement, so I can go back and see what I was doing at the time before my retirement was fully there, within a year, So I've already did, like I said, August, so this is September. And actually, this is technically the 30th, so the very last day of September, I'm making this video. To say I procrastinate is to be true. I thought I had more time to get this video recorded, but I'm seeing that this last year, it's kind of flying by. This will be the second month. I only have 10 months left till August 1st, 2020, when my retirement kicks in here at the water company. I can't believe how fast it's moving. I was hoping it would speed up something. I feel like it come to a dead halt before they got to the year. I'm pleasantly surprised it seems to be getting on its way. We are experiencing now in September a lot of drought weather here at the water plant. The river's getting very low. Not as low as I've ever seen it here. When I first started working here back in '93, a few years into my first part, maybe '94, '95, we had a drought really bad, and the river got really low. It was so low that I could actually walk across the river and maybe get it up to my knees. So that was unheard of. So this is a bad drought, but not as bad as then. But we do need rain here, and it would be greatly appreciated, especially if you work for a water company. You would like to have rain. But I just want to kind of tell you where my mind is right now. I still haven't really nailed down anything that I want to do after I retire as a part-time job. And you might say, well, why do a part-time job? I'm going to try to not do a part-time job if I can help it, if I can live on what my retirement is. It's a state retirement. The CERS is my part of it. It's not the KET. It's part of the KET, but it's not teacher stuff, all that. It's all kind of all combined, but it's just for the county workers. There's a lot of hoopla about it right now with the governor and everything. I'm hoping that I'll have enough because I get to retire at 27 years. I'm over 26 years right now. It's going to be a race to the finish, I guess you could say, to get to August 1st, 2020. Like I said, I've not really thought of any other jobs or anything part-time. If I would love to get something 3 days a week, maybe part-time, Monday through Friday, no weekends, no holidays, no nights, because I probably said this in the last video, so I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. But I don't want to work nights anymore. I don't want to be gone on holidays. I don't want to be out in bad weather. I know it limits me what I can do, but maybe I can live on what I'm going to get from the actual retirement, so maybe I don't even have to worry about it. But I don't want to be sitting doing nothing. I'd love to, that's why I created this channel early. I wanted to kind of pour myself into this channel now of the Badraven, because it's really it's took on a life of its own with my son Andrew, which is Drew Drop on the channel. He is going to be going his way too. So he's graduating high school in May of 2020. He's got his life kind of coming up, and he's going to be applying for colleges and see what he wants to do there. He kind of likes marketing. He may stick with the marketing, and maybe he can always help market the Badraven channel. That would be great. We are planning at the end of July, the actual retirement day of August 1st, 2020. We're planning on a Disney blowout. You know how much me and the Drew Drop love going to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. We are really wanting to get down there and just have a time of our life. I mean, he'll be out of school for a little while. I'll be done with water plant. 27 years we'll be in. We've been just thought about all this planning we could do. We were thinking about maybe flying down to Florida, getting a hotel, just having the most fun of our lives ever at Walt Disney World. Me especially, because I don't have to go back to work after I get done with my vacation, which was always the hardest part when you go on vacation. It's always fun to come back home after vacation, don't get me wrong, but going back to work is kind of a drag on you. So I'll get to not have to worry about that, at least for a little while maybe. We just want to see the galaxy's edge because, if you've watched any of my channel, I am definitely a Star Wars fanatic. I love Star Wars ever since I was a kid, 9 years old, watching the original. You've seen my videos of the review of Star Wars. I'm not telling you anything new here. I want to see the Millennium Falcon in person. I want to go fly the Millennium Falcon in the ride. I want to see all the interior sets. I just want to have a blast. I just want to have a good time. I'm filming this right now at work. It's, like I said, September 30th in the morning, about 2:40, about 2:41, 2:42 in the morning, because I don't get off work till 4:30 in the morning. And one of the reasons I don't want to be working at the water company, because they've been good to me. They've treated me very well. I have great people I work with. I have a great boss in Marshall. I got great friends and co-workers that I've come to care about, all the way from, I'll name them all off. I don't want any of them to feel like I've unwanted. I came in, Marshall was already here. Marshall Ramey, he's my boss. He was a regular worker when I started back in 93, of April 12th, 93. I always remember the first time that when I came into work, I happened to help read meters. He introduced himself as Marshall Ramey, and I always remembered that. And he's a great guy. He was a fellow worker of mine until he got the chance to become the superintendent, and has been a great boss. Couldn't ask for a better boss. We might have got on each other's nerves all through this 27 years, but I have nothing but good things to say about Marshall. Also, a little bit after me, Bill Mills. He's the backhoe operator, the official backhoe operator of the Knox County Utility Commission. He learned his job while he was here. He learned the backhoe. He's a very, very good guy. I have nothing but great memories with Bill, because we pretty much came up together. It's been great ever since. Bill, I don't want to tell you, you made my work here a lot better, having you here as one of my friends. I consider you a friend. I couldn't have done it without you. Also, we have another guy that they had. The story with him was Charlie Bays. He's a part-time worker. He's an operator like me. I met him after I've been here a little while. My former boss, Roy Souders, a great guy also, told me that we were going to get somebody from Barville Water to come in. He had retired from Barville Water, Charlie had, and he was going to be here, and he wanted to work part-time. So I was dreading on meeting him, because I just knew if he was from Barville Water, our competitor, that he could just be no good. He'd be telling me how to run everything, because he's retired from there, and he would be giving me all kinds of grief, and I just had this sinking feeling that I would not like him from day one. But when I came in and met him, I never met a nicer person. Never complains that I ever remember. He's been here, I can't even, I said 20 years, I'd say easy or more. And if I get people out of line when I'm trying to figure out which one we're here for, I'm sorry. I can't remember everything. My brain, I'm pretty sure he's the next one on the list. And I met him, and he is learned a lot from Charlie. He's a great guy. He's been in the water business his whole entire life, and he really stood the test of time. He used to show me all the stuff he used to use when he first started, the actual stuff, the check the turbidity, which is the dirtiness of the water. He showed me little things that they used back in the day with a candle. It's a long story about how they had to check the water with this stuff, and he's very knowledgeable. So I will miss, him especially too, because, we all thrown in here together. Then there's Michelle Stewart. She was hired in, I'm thinking, after Charlie. I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Michelle, if I've got you wrong on the order. but she's up there too as far as been here since the beginning. I I met her. She's the head of the office. She's the I guess like Marshall's the superintendent, but she controls all the stuff with the office and does all the paperwork. Well, her and others, but she's the main one over to make sure the paperwork gets done, and she's very good at her job, and she has been very dependable, reliable, great person. Been through the trenches with me. I always tell the story about when we have all our problems with the storms and the floods, the catastrophes that go on with the water business. I always tell this story because I remember coming in one day and like phones are ringing off the hook because I come in like at 4:30 and they're still here during the week, and we kind of cross paths. She just looks at me with that smile on her face and says, "Welcome to hell." And I mean, that sums it all up. It just, everybody here knows how to bond with each other, and that's just how our sense of humor goes. You can laugh at it or you can cry, because we are a very small company. We're a small water district here, and we don't get tons of money. We're not like the bigger outfits like that, and sometimes you're pushed to every limit known to man. Sleep deprivation, complaints, bad weather, anything that could go wrong can go wrong and has gone wrong since I've been in the water business. Michelle has been a great person. I really appreciate everything. She's been through it all just like us, and she's a really smart person because she got her class 3 water treatment license for the first time. Here I had to take it several times to pass it, and she just belted it out. So it's very intelligent, very, very good person, very great for the company, great person to know as a friend, and I consider her a friend. We go on. We got Birchall Messer. I would be remiss not to talk about Birchall. Birchall's came in and he's worked on nights. He's worked on days. He's helped me out in more ways than one. He's helped me. He used to do body work on cars before he got this job, and still did a little bit on the side at one time, but not now. He very dependable fella, very knowledgeable fella. I've gone to him with anything from my lawnmower that broke completely too, and then he welded it back together. What would normally have been thrown away, he's helped me with my vehicle. When I had the window busted out, he helped me put it in because he had all the the equipment and stuff to work on it. Never asked me for a dime. Really great. It's just like everybody else too. Like Bill's helped me several ways and never asked for a dime. Marshall the same way. Michelle, Charlie, everybody that works here never asked me for a dime to help me do stuff. And and we all kind of help each other. And that's what I liked about everybody here. We're very selfless people, and we try to help. When one of us has a problem, we all have a problem. We try to help each other. So that's one reason I'm going to miss this place, is because it's not the people. The reason I'm leaving, it's the job. I am 50. I'm going to be 52 when I retire. I'm 51 now. My body just can't keep up with this. It's just this night shift and stuff. It just takes a toll on you. Getting off 4:30 in the morning, working 12-hour shifts. When I was younger, I could do it no problem. I could go out, read meters to the day and help them, work my night shift, come back and read meters the next day, and then work my night shift, and not only have a few hours of sleep in between, but I can't do it anymore. Not that they asked me to do that now, but at one time we had to. Getting back to Birchall, it was very friendly from the get-go. We hit it off, and I think a lot of him, I think a lot of all the people here, but him too, because he could have not cared what had happened with me, and I appreciate Birchall Messer. I appreciate you very much for helping me all you did. You didn't have to, and you were really a good friend for that. Thank you. Let's see, we got Bo. I call him Bo, but his name's Aaron Offord, and we go back quite a bit. They hired him in. We had trouble finding somebody wanting to be an operator, And I met him. I told him, I said, I got tired of meeting all the other people that came in here wanting the job. I said I'd introduce myself to all the people. And the time poor Aaron came in here, Bo offered, I was tired of meeting him. I don't even think I shook his hand. I don't even tell him, hey, I'm Steve Miller or whatever. I didn't even do it because I was like, he'll be gone just like the rest of them because he was a young fellow then. He's still a young fellow now. He was very young then, right out of high school. And I thought, well, no reason to worry about him. He'll get tired of this job and be gone like the rest of them. He, computer genius, and can put his mind to anything and do anything. It's just unbelievable that he's in the water business with me. He became an operator. He got his license. I can't tell you how great that made me feel that he wanted to be here and to help us out because we needed him really bad at the time. I told him, when he first started working here, he had other opportunities, and when he first came here, that he was looking into because of his computer skills. If things would have bounced different, he would have never been here. So I really appreciate that he became here because he's been a very good friend, very good fellow worker, operator, buddy. Andrew, thinks the world of him. True drop. I told him once he was almost offered another job at Millsboro Water Company, and I actually got down on my knees and said, "Please don't leave, please don't leave." So yeah, he knows it happened, but I couldn't see working here without him. He aggravates the crap out of me most of the time nowadays. He is a great friend and a great worker for us, and I wouldn't trade him for nothing or anybody else above him. Virtual, all of them, Michelle, Marshall, Bill, Charlie. That's the nucleus. We're the nucleus of the group. Now we got some young ones below poor Obo, Casey Miller. And I'm a Miller, he's a Miller. Doesn't mean we're related. We're not related. Casey come after Bo. He has really flourished in this setting, which is really, I didn't know how he would shake out at first. A lot of people don't stay here. So, he really stuck it out. He's become a backhoe operator. And like I said, I didn't say this before, but Birchall was a backhoe operator also. He could do backhoe, he could do heavy equipment, all that kind of stuff. So can Casey. Casey has learned how to work a backhoe. At first I was worried that he would be able to catch on to all this, but he has become like a leader of the pack. He's really understands how to do his job. I can't say enough. He's a good father, great fellow worker, respect person all the way around, and I cannot say anything bad against Casey. He'll be greatly missed too. He's helped me a lot. He helped me with my gas line when it was broke. Helped me get gas back on my house, and he's helped me with several different other projects and stuff, not just to do with the plant. And in here, he's helped me tremendously. Very smart, very intelligent person. There is Wendy Mays. She came in here. She wanted to find a job where close to home. And that's one thing about it. We all live pretty close to the plant, which helps out when you need help, which is a lot. She wanted to find a good job and knew everybody here. She always saw the same faces every time she came in to pay her bill and wondered, there must be something about that place or they wouldn't actually still stay there. And I think it is because we're all kind of literally insane. From the top, the boss, all the way down to the bottom. You got to have like a mental condition, I think, to actually put yourself through this type of a job, to deal with the public, to deal with all the problems of the water, to deal with all the limitations of the plant. All this, you have to be kind of a little bit out there. You got to, because the ones that didn't stick were gone quickly. The ones that stick, you just can't get rid of them. We're like cockroaches. We just gotta stay there. We're not going anywhere. You're not going to change it. You can drop a bomb, nuclear bomb, whatever. We're going to still be there, doing our job, going out and helping, because we're just people persons here. We just love the people. But anyway, Wendy came along. She's to the whole craziness of this place. Also, great person. Like I said, I have no problem with anybody here. Not the reason I'm leaving. She took off with, and then she's been a great, reliable person too. And it's good to be reliable. We have reliable workers here, people that come to work and work. I have nothing bad to say about them. That's my fellow workers. I know I didn't. I don't know if I was aiming to just talk about all the workers here, but I'm glad I did. I wanted to definitely let them know that I will deeply, deeply miss them all. Every one of them. Marshall, Bill, Charlie, Michelle, Bo, Casey, Wendy. I will miss you all, and it gives me a good feeling to know that I've got to meet you all. I got to kid around with all of you and grow with you, and you got to see my son grow, Andrew, and I've got to see all your children and families grow. And I don't know how to say it's going to be hard to leave here because of you all. I don't know how to put it. I mean, other than to say thank you for putting up with me all these years and making me laugh and going through all of our hard times with the plant and people that we've lost in our families, all of our families. It's the only place I know that where people truly care about each other. I truly care about all of you guys. Until we go to the next October video, this is the Badraven signing off. I'll remember I'll be your friend. And I'll let you go, and we'll talk at you later. Goodbye.